Hey guys, it's just the Flow State crew here on this lovely Saturday. What we're up to today, why this matters for you. 67% of you are flirting with burnout. There's a lot of you struggling with sleep. And so we want to make a difference in that. DARPA did a study showing that by studying flow state, we could accelerate learning in high stress environments. This is for operators. This is for agents, for shooters. They learn 2.3 times faster being in a flow state. We can get 500% more done if we're in a flow state. And again, the whole main theme with Flow State Saturday for you, if you watch this on YouTube, if you watch this on LinkedIn, Instagram, Flow State's not reserved for the elite, not for the Red Bull race team only, not for F1 race car teams so they get to enjoy that, not for tier one operators. It's for you and now. And so that's what we're bringing to you today with me, Brian Muka, and the lovely Magdalena.
So welcome, everybody. I wanted to introduce all three of us. So I'm Magdalena. I'm a certified health coach. I help people regulate their nervous systems by entering the state of flow. I also help them with burnout prevention and recovery. I help people to stay energized all day through nutrition and different lifestyle habits. And I also get people to connect with their hearts, like their inner being, their inner compass that will guide them to the right place in the right time and create synchronicity in life. And then we have Dr. Jake. So Dr. Jake does a lot of things, and I would love to just read a bio because every time I introduce him, I miss something. So I want to give you the full version of what he does and who he is. So Dr. Jake Feliccia is a longevity physician and flow state apprentice who blends the precision of lab-based medicine with a deep background in manual therapy and psychology. Dr. Jake views health as an integrated system where data meets direct experience. Today, he's here to talk about why high-quality sleep is an ultimate flow hack, not just for recovery, but for silencing mental chatter and unlocking peak creativity in our daily lives. He blends insights from music, he actually plays the flute really beautifully, and surfing that can help you feel more in control of your creativity, well-being, and productivity. So he'll be speaking more today because last time he didn't get much of a chance. The internet was not cooperating, but today the internet looks like it's working really well. So he'll get more of a chance to share about his sleep hacks and advice. And then we've got Brian, I was going to say Dr. Brian Muka.
I'll take it.
You are a doctor in some ways. He's basically the modern day Jedi, a genius in so many ways, especially when it comes to combining flow state with technology and how to use technology in a way to leverage our time and to minimize burnout and help us to just flow more by doing less of these mundane tasks that AI can do for us. And he's actually creating his own AI agent. And he'll teach more about that at some point. He also used to be a bomb tech, both detonating and diffusing bombs through the US Navy. He's got all five fingers, all 10 fingers.
So I have 10, yeah.
He's now a leadership advisor, and along with us, he's doing flow state work to teach CEOs and leaders to live in a state of calmness, productivity, high performance, and minimal burnout. So take it away, Brian. He did a really beautiful exercise with the three of us earlier today to just get into a state of like heart coherence. And I'd love for him to do that for the audience right now, just to get us all connected on the heart level and into a state of flow.
I love it. We're tapping into something that NICU nurses do very well, nonverbal communication. And so because these nurses can sync with these babies, they know immediately if something's not quite right before the test can show it. And so if you're in sales, if you're in influence and people can feel your heart, when the heart notes match the words, look out world, you are a dangerous human. So we're going to do that. I'm going to teach you how to create heart, brain, make my mind the weapon of my heart. That for me, that way God's will can also be my will, right? So how do I wield massive power? Make sure it's always for the good. It's through the heart and through love. So all I'm going to do first is I'm just going to pull my elbows backwards. So it's a heart opener. Bonus points if you have cacao in your coffee, the cacao papao, right? And then just come back down, keep the spine right. And I just want you to angle your head backwards and forwards. until you find the point of equilibrium where the skull just rests on the atlas and the axis. And while you're in this position, I have my fingers like this for some reason. I like mudras. Over my heart. Just take a deep breath in this space. And just let it go. Just like, yeah, no need to ride it actually. So breathe in again like a balloon. So suck in air like a balloon through your heart. And in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to pop your balloon. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And one more time. Touch the heart. Breathe in right through the heart. And drop the breath. The most important part of that is just the pause, the space between. And the more now I can be, the more I can allow love in. The breath is my metaphor for that. If I'm breathing right in my heart, I'm breathing love in, actually, and I am love. And then the love is reflected. And as written, love conquers all. So that's our little 60 seconds. You always have 60 seconds, almost always. So now that we're in a better state, you guys can match the frequency, and now we're channeling ideas, we're sharing in the same epiphany channel. So Dr. Jake Feliccia, the floor is yours.
Hey, okay, we're going to segue off of Brian. Brian said the word NICU, who a lot of people might not understand. That means neonatal intensive care nurses who connect non-verbally to see if these newborn babies are in a state of survival or thriving. And neurologically, part of how that works is through something called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons allow us to view outside events and internalize them. So if you're watching the Olympics and you're seeing those skaters or those snowboarders or whomever, and you're getting a little buzz going on, that's motor neurons too. And it allows us to have a sense of intimacy and survival status in the nervous system, whether it be a newborn baby or a CEO who's burnout and overworked, is not optimal. And one of the ways that flow states really, really can help move us out of these non-optimal states is through sleep and also through non-verbal states of consciousness, of which flow state is one. Meditative states are also nonverbal states. And when we are in deep sleep, we are accessing nonverbal states. There's no activity, and think of how good you feel. You're not even there, but you know the deep sleep feels good. And those delta waves, the delta brain waves of deep sleep, re-nourish and reset and help rewire the mirror neurons. So these nonverbal states are very important in flow. We can hop into neural states with music. I'm just a weekend surfer these days, but for me, when a wave walls up and I need to either slow down or catch my balance, sometimes you put your hand into the wave, into the water. And there's this extra dimensionality to it where I am both performing at the same time and watching myself perform. That's those motor neurons engaged. So I'm relating to myself, I'm relating to the ocean, I'm relating in this sense of unity. So sleep is essential for that. Mirror neurons are beautiful, and Magdalena is a dancer. When you're on the dance floor, some of the people who are in the most flow on the dance floor, other people, we start copying them because we're trying to get that. So this motor neuron idea. So I think I'll turn it over to Magdalena and see if that resonates with you in terms of the dancing or any of those other things that I talked.
Yeah, that was so great. I'm so glad your internet is back up because I love hearing everything you have to say. You have such a different and very science-backed perspective on things, and I love that. Yeah, so with dancing, I did different types of dancing, but for over like 20 years, I've been salsa dancing, and I really loved, so there's a lot of like mirroring going on when you have somebody lead you. And I was always, so this is the very interesting thing about me. I am a good dancer, but not so much because I'm a very like I am creative in different ways, but it's not that I have this amazing form and like all the right moves. It's because I really know how to follow, because I can tune into the person's lead. So I've always been told like that, honestly, a lot of people have told me on the dance floor that I'm one of the best people they've ever danced with, but I'm not professional and I'm not the best when I'm on my own in terms of like salsa, Latin dance choreography. So it's about just like, and I feel like I'm gliding on water sometimes when I dance with a really good partner who knows how to lead well. If somebody leads too strongly and intensely, it gets me out of flow. And if they don't lead enough, then I don't know what to follow. So they have to have just the right amount of like pressure, even like they teach you hand on hand, the right pressure. And I can just really pick up on that really, really easily. So that's kind of like a metaphor for life, right? Like, how do you tune into other people's little nudges in such a way that you can follow in the right direction? And even for me too, like picking up on people's like maybe little triggers, or just like the way their body language changes, to see like where they're at, to see if I need to maybe slow down or stop talking, or maybe I need to ask them a question. So when I say I do intuitive coaching, that's part of it, is like I really just tune into that person's energy and see how I can mirror it in such a way that feels good to them and that can guide them in the right direction and also help them to be present. And one thing that is kind of cool that Brian and I would love to talk more about, and we will go back to sleep after just this bit, is teaching people how to communicate effectively and how to communicate without being so stuck in the ego. And so, Brian, maybe you want to share a little bit, because you and I have had like situations where it could have been like gone. There was a little bit of tension that arose, which nothing bad. It's like just tension arose. That's what happened. And we could have either created more tension and friction with whatever came up, or we could have created more coherence and a new possibility. And that's what happened every time. We so quickly were able to both jump into a state of, okay, let's meet each other where we're at. And like, rather than proving who's right, who's wrong, what's the right way to do and what isn't, we just decided to connect to what our intentions are, which we always have the same intention and the same idea, but we express it differently. And then we were able to resolve things so quickly. So Brian, do you want to speak a little bit about that before we bring it back to Dr. Jake?
I do. So what I've learned in my experience is the more tension I have in my nervous system, the more everything looks like a threat. So Jake earlier this week was like, hey, if you want some feedback on the business plan you put together, I'd be open to that. And I like, so if I'm not sleeping and I'm living in a world of fight or flight, there's a lot of vagal tone. Why? You don't think it's good enough? So like, because I'm seeing like a reptile, even the help looks like a threat, right? So that's kind of the first thing. And I'm talking this way because most of you are fried. Your nervous systems are fried, right? And you know that, like irritability, not sleeping well, brain doesn't stop moving, like dropping your keys, clumsy. If you're running into walls and dropping, your nervous system is fried and it's trying to tell you something, right? You got to listen. So me as an operator and author, I'm watching you. I'm watching your breath. Like right now, Magdalena is leaning in, right? Jake's doing some flow stuff right now. And I have an awareness all the time. He's riding the long one or the medium one because he's a medium wave surfer. I need a t-shirt that says
Small
that.
wave surfer, buddy. Small wave surfer.
Right. So
little Doheny, little tiny Doheny peelers.
Sorry, medium wave sounds so funny though.
I'm a medium wave guy.
That's
like
probably a better way to say it.
I got little tiny medium hands. Self-conscious about this. But see, so now watch, guys, just watch. Like as you're watching this, look at the change in the body states, right? Magdalena has a smile on. Jake's nodding his head. We're back in coherence. I'm always watching that, right? When I was 2 weeks old and, learning how to get the food that I needed, that was the turn on of my empathic superpowers. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Appreciate it. I needed you to do that. Now, as a breath facilitator, I'm watching your breath too. And it's a little challenging both with Jake and Magdalena because you guys are wearing sweaters. But so that breath was right into the chest, right? It's not a belly breath yet. So maybe there's a little bit I'm just making this up, right? So if I notice a change in state, I can tell someone's nervous system. I don't recommend you do that in the beginning because it looked really weird, right? So imagine Magdalena and I just met and I'm staring at her chest, trying to figure out if she feels safe or not. And me staring at her chest probably not going to make her feel very safe. You know what I mean? But I swear, I'm just watching your breath. I said breath, not the other. Yeah. Right. So what you could do initially to take
Yes,
the
breath.
temperature in the
I'm
room,
watching your breaths.
breaths. Yes. That's hilarious. I'm going to watch the blinking. So Magdalena, if you could, hey, we need to talk about this particular thing like today. Could you say that to me?
Say what to you?
Like, hey, we have a crucial conversation that we need to have.
Yeah, sure. I was going to add something, but I won't diverge
Just
too much.
make it feel real for me, so I can just demonstrate my reaction.
Sure. I just wanted to say one thing about blinking. Really good actors don't blink a lot. They like just keep their eyes open, just so you know. Hey, Brian, do you feel like you're experiencing some tension? Maybe we should have a conversation about what's happening.
Watch my eyes. See, I'm blinking really rapidly. I'm evaluating, like, did I not do a good enough job? Did I do it wrong? And I'm this mask off, armor off, right? That anytime someone comes to me and like, hey, can we talk? I'm like, fuck.
You're like, no, we can't.
But kind of, it's,
Yeah.
thank you for playing that up. So what are the tells, right? Cross body language, maybe, but I like standing like this. Like I'm comfortable in this position. So it's not so much like closed body language, like my feet are crossed right now. It's just comfortable for me. And I'm actually doing that on purpose to get my left hemisphere and my right hemisphere to do the handshake through the corpus callosum. So it isn't a cross body language. Sometimes it's like touching the face. But if you just get in the habit of watching the eye flutter, I can tell how, and you can now tell that you know this dimension. Just start to notice how fast people are blinking their eyes, and you'll get a quick temperature check on, hey, how is this going? And if all of a sudden, the eye blink increases, that person's not safe anymore. And like when I'm really enamored and I'm playing the drums, I don't blink. When I'm at the shooting range, I don't really blink that much either because I want to take it as much light and I'm fully focused. So there's some human stuff that you can do with experimenting with longer periods of non-eye blinking time for trance. There's a lot that the eyes, because they're the part of the brain, the only part of the brain that's outside of the skull that I can look at. So ophthalmology is really, really cool when it comes to flow and what I notice, and there's points of focus in that. So before we even have a crucial conversation and work through stressors and storming and forming a team, just take the temperature. Where am I at stress-wise? Oh, I'm tired, right? So I'm just going to say that. Like I'm tired and I'm irritable. I've had 3 coaching sessions already today. So you might not get me at my best. Just be nice to me. Wow, I'm just vulnerable. And any story the other person would have made up, like this person doesn't like me. Why is he being such a dick right now? Like he's not a dick. He's just tired. There isn't the statesman and the polish sometimes.
And it might not even be a good time to talk in that case. Then you just say, you state that, and then you say, hey, let's chat in a time when I'm feeling a little more open to this. And then you postpone the conversation. And it's all good.
Instead of the drive-by, like, hey, I got to talk to you about something. Great. It's not my priority right this second. Okay? Because I might not even be able to have to hear it. And then like, if I'm in the middle of a 90-minute Pomodoro session and you interrupt me at minute 37, it's going to take me 37 fucking minutes to get back to the place where I was making art. So I got to be really careful of interrupting somebody's flow state. Magdalena and I had 2 states 2 times this week. We were supposed to meet and I'm like, I'm in it. I'm in a flow state. Love you. Look forward to talking. Do you mind if we postpone this? Like the lightning bolts are coming through the channel right now. Yeah, let's talk another time. And so sometimes not having the crucial conversation, the right thing at the wrong time is the wrong thing. Stay tuned tomorrow for part 2 of our Flow State Studio Saturday live show. More treasure coming.